Let's start out by getting our yeast ready. Let's put in 1 package of the dry yeast in there. Now our sugar to activate the yeast once we put the water in there. And this is 1/3 cup of warm water, not hot water. Pour it in there. Now we're gonna rotate that around. Mix it around really well. And now we're gonna let it activate, get all that stuff off your hand. Let's go ahead and add in 3 cups of flour into the mix. And you can see it's already puffing up. We're gonna take 1 teaspoon of salt, like so, spread it around. Now we're gonna go 2 teaspoons of olive oil. I'm using that light tasting olive oil. Extra virgin is just as fine. And that's the type of flour I'm using. I'm using the golden metal. So let's put that in there. Let's work that around into the water that we previously put in there. And you can tell it's getting shaggy like. That's what we want. So we put it on the board and we put down the flour to mix it up. It'll come together. So that's what you want, like that. And that's why I put on my gloves, because I know it's gonna suck to my hand. So just make sure to get all of that around in there. It's gonna wanna stick now. When it does stick when you're on the countertop, put down flour. It's like I'm wrestling it. Get it all mixed up. Now let's sprinkle down some flour in order to knead our dough. Put it on there generously because you're gonna wanna knead this. It's gonna wanna stick, so you wanna put the flour down. Now let's take out our dough. Get all of it out of there. So we're gonna knead that. Make sure it gets all the flour in there. Keep throwing flour on top of it. Keep kneading that around into that flour so it doesn't stick. Put more flour underneath there and on top. Add in more if you have to. So a little bit at a time. Put some down on the board. Just keep kneading that in. It's going to take you around about 10 minutes to get it properly kneaded. Just keep working that in. Like I said, you're going to knead this for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to let it sit in a oiled bowl, olive oil bowl. You just take your hand and you fold it like so. You're going to fold it. Pull and fold until all of that powdery-ness of the floury look on there goes away. And it's less sticky. It's like all that's on my finger is gonna go away. Keep doing that, kneading it. Add flour as you need. And it's there. More and more. And we're underneath there. Like so. And you're gonna let that keep going. Now that we are done with our dough, let's go ahead and oil that with some olive oil. Not too much, just enough so that it does not stick into our bowl. Place the dough into the bowl. No, it wants to stick, so you want to put it in there. Now let's get our foil and put our foil on there. Place that foil. That's gonna be in a warm place for 90 minutes. Till it about double or triple in size. Okay, now that I'm having my dough rise, Let's go ahead and this is our crushed tomatoes that we're going to be putting on top of our dough. Pull that out. Of course, it doesn't want to come out easily. There we go. Place it aside. And you can tell it's got a little bit of some lumps in there. So we're just going to run this in there just for a second. It's going to get a little loud. Ooh. Perfect. A lot of cheese is what we need. So we gotta be really quick getting this grated. Roll that back. Keep on gratering it. We need a whole honking heap of cheese here. Keep going with that. Grated quite a bit of that up. It wants to break apart. You make sure you get even the last little bit grated. And you want it to look like that. It's quite a bit of it. That's what we want. Lots of it. Now let's move on to our dough. Okay, our dough is ready. Let's bring it back into the show. Move off all the foil. Ooh, you can see it got really big in size. So most of that is air in there. So we want to punch it. Get out all that air. Now let's take it. You can start to fold some of this into the pan or in your bowl. Remove the bowl. Put down a little flour first so it doesn't stick. Even though we have olive oil on there, it won't stick on the bottom, but let's put down some flour just for some security there. And remember, always to clean your countertops. We did clean our countertops to make sure to prep for this. As you can tell, there was flour in here before. We cleaned it down. All right, pop that out. Just like so. Do a little bit more kneading here. That's a little bit. You'd say this is not a necessary step, but I want it to be kneaded just a little bit more. Okay, the flour's gone. Just clean that out. Pop that down. We can cut this into 2 or even 3 or 4. Well, let's try that into 2 first. 2 doughs. Now just remember, you don't have to cook, you don't have to do this right away. You can leave these in your refrigerator to be ready for your next pizza or bread, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to cut it one more time, just in case I want to make a small little bread. Put those aside. And this is going to be for my pizza. If I got to add a little piece more, I can. All right, one more time. Down with the flour. Now we want to stretch this out. You want to make sure this stretches. Hold it. Get it to go out. Just like so. So you want your pizza to be spread out. Look at that. Stretch it out nice and wide. This is going to expand a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to turn it. You want to get it turned and keep stretching without tearing it. So I'm going to just keep doing it this way to stretch it out. Right, like that. You want it to get bigger and bigger. Some people toss it so that it can get longer. You can do it that way too, but I like to put it down and stretch it out. Sure all those edges are stretched out really nice. Until we put it on the pan. If you want to toss it, you can toss it as well. So we'll take it up and turn it like a helicopter, like so. Just let it stretch out. Let the weight of it stretch it out, just like so. The weight just keep on stretching and stretching. Put it back down. You don't want it to tear now. Okay, already. The dough has already been stretched, as you can see. Let's put a little bit of olive oil on there. Just a little bit. Work that around on the pan so we don't have no sticking action. And to get a nice little brown on the bottom, let's put down, grab that up like so, onto the pan. Slide our pan over. Get in there, make sure it's inside the pan. So, got a little shallow spot here, but that's okay. They're all gonna make one juicy dough. Okay, let's sprinkle on just a little bit of oregano onto there to bring out the taste in it. And now, let's get our tomato sauce on there. Can be generous with that, because once that combined with the cheese, that's what's gonna make this pizza pretty awesome. And now, I'm putting that on there. You can put it on thick as you want, because we're gonna put a lot of cheese on this bad boy, and I'm using some Italian crushed cheese, and you notice I had to use the hand blender, so that should be that should be enough. Now, for all that cheese we've been grating, be liberal with it. Make sure it's really coated in there, all the way around. Just pretty amazing. I like New York style cheese pizza. Basically, it's a cheese pizza. And this is going to be like a flattish dough. We stretched it out, and look at that, all that cheese on top and on the edges. And this should rise up once the heat hits it. And I used all of that cheese. Make sure we get our edges covered. Now let's pop this into the oven. All right, time for a taste test. Let's cut our pizza down. Cut it into our little quarter sections. Spin that around, and you can see the cheese, man. Beautiful. Had this in here for 15 minutes. Cut the crust on the edges. And everything is working out just yummy and tasty. And I can't wait. Cut it one more time right here. Get that sliced on the crust edges. Now let's get a piece, put it onto the plate. Get another one. See what we're working with. Let's do some quality control. Of course, you know, you get the first bite, I get the second. Oh yeah. Really good. Tasty. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my next video, and I'll check you on the next one.